Mycelial network, neuronal network. Taking mushrooms helps increase brain activity, even just at the most general sense there. Some of the greatest benefits for mushrooms are in the relation to how they benefit neuronal growth and neuronal activity. And it's really interesting if you look at a picture of mycelial network, the root system essentially of mushrooms, and then you compare it to a picture of neuronal networks in the brain and the different synaptic connections and neurons and the pathways, and they look nearly identical. And so it's just really interesting how the communication system works for mushrooms through that mycelial network in a really similar fashion to how it works in the brain, in the neuronal network. You know, like, without having to get too heady into the actual peer-reviewed scientific research around the exact specific isolated benefits of this efficacy of a dose over this period of time, just looking at it from the most broad, simple perspective of, you know, this is an old adage of eating foods that look like certain body parts to help nourish that body part, like eating walnuts for brain health. And so just thinking about eating something that has, you know, an identical, very similar, you know, structure as the brain, to me that seems like enough of a connection there to explore it. And then all the research now that's coming out on mushrooms, and they have, you know, all these other benefits for brain health and prevention of neurodegenerative diseases, which, you know, if you're growing your brain, you can't really necessarily be decaying it, breaking it down at the same time. So mycelial network, neuronal network. Taking mushrooms helps increase brain activity, even just at the most general sense there. And so it's like if you want to have increased focus, increased learning, increased memory retention is like one of the big areas of study in this. You know, just if you're looking at, you know, using your brain for some kind of like academic function, it's really helpful for helping you to increase focus and flow and cognitive performance, I think, is probably the best general term that you could label it.